2 Chronicles chapter 6. Then Solomon said, "The Lord intends to dwell in the dark cloud. I have built you a princely house, the base for your enthronement forever." The king turned and blessed the whole assembly of Israel, while the whole assembly of Israel stood. He said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who with his own mouth spoke a promise to David my father and by his hand fulfilled it, saying, Since the day I brought my people out of the land of Egypt, I have not chosen a city out of any tribe of Israel for the building of a house, that my name might be there, nor have I chosen any man to be ruler of my people Israel. But now I have chosen Jerusalem, that my name may be there, and I have chosen David to rule my people Israel. When David my father wished to build a house for the name of the Lord, the God of Israel, the Lord said to him, In wishing to build a house for my name, you did well. But it is not you who will build the house, but your son, who comes from your loins, he shall build the house for my name. Now the Lord has fulfilled the word he spoke. I have succeeded David my father, and I sit on the throne of Israel, as the Lord has said, and I have built this house for the name of the Lord, the God of Israel. I have placed there the ark, in which is the covenant of the Lord that he made with the Israelites. Solomon's Prayer. Then he stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of the whole assembly of Israel and stretched forth his hands. Solomon had made a bronze platform 5 cubits long, 5 cubits wide, and 3 cubits high, which he had placed in the middle of the courtyard. Having ascended it, Solomon knelt in the presence of the whole assembly of Israel and stretched forth his hands toward heaven. He said, Lord, God of Israel, there is no God like you in heaven or on earth. You keep the covenant and love toward your servants who walk before you with their whole heart. The covenant that you kept toward your servant, David my father. That which you promised him, your mouth has spoken and your hand has fulfilled this very day. And now, Lord, God of Israel, keep toward your servant, David my father, what you promised. There shall never be wanting someone from your line to sit before me on the throne of Israel, provided that your descendants keep to their way, walking by my law, as you have. Now, Lord, God of Israel, may the words which you spoke to David your servant be confirmed. Is God indeed to dwell with human beings on earth? If the heavens and the highest heavens cannot contain you, how much less this house which I have built? Regard kindly the prayer and petition of your servant, Lord, my God, and listen to the cry of supplication which I, your servant, utter before you. May your eyes be open day and night toward this house, the place where you have decreed your name shall be. Listen to the prayer your servant makes toward this place. Listen to the petition of your servant and of your people Israel which they offer toward this place. Listen, from the place of your enthronement, heaven, and listen and forgive. If someone sins against a neighbor and is required to take an oath sanctioned by a curse, and comes and takes the oath before your altar in this house, listen in heaven, act and judge your servants. Condemn the wicked, requiting their ways, acquit the just, rewarding their justice. When your people Israel are defeated by an enemy because they have sinned against you, and then they turn, praise your name, pray to you, and entreat you in this house. Listen from heaven and forgive the sin of your people Israel, and bring them back to the land you gave them and their ancestors. When the heavens are closed so that there is no rain, because they have sinned against you, but they pray toward this place and praise your name, and turn from their sin because you have afflicted them. Listen in heaven and forgive the sin of your servants, your people Israel. For you teach them the good way in which they should walk. Give rain upon this land of yours which you have given to your people as their heritage. If there is famine in the land or pestilence, or if blight comes, or mildew, or locusts swarm, or caterpillars, when their enemies besiege them at any of their gates, whatever plague or sickness there may be. Whatever prayer of petition any may make, any of your people Israel, who know affliction and pain and stretch out their hands toward this house. Listen from heaven, the place of your enthronement, and forgive. Render to each and all according to their ways, you who know every heart, for it is you alone who know the heart of every human being. So may they revere you and walk in your ways as long as they live on the land you gave our ancestors. To the foreigners, likewise, who are not of your people Israel, but who come from a distant land for the sake of your great name, your mighty hand and outstretched arm, and come in prayer to this house. Listen from heaven, the place of your enthronement. Do all that the foreigner asks of you, that all the peoples of the earth may know your name, may revere you as do your people Israel, and may know that your name has been invoked upon this house that I have built. When your people go out to war against their enemies, by whatever way you send them, and they pray to you toward the city you have chosen and the house I have built for your name. Listen from heaven to their prayer and petition, and uphold their cause. When they sin against you, for there is no one who does not sin, and in your anger against them you deliver them to an enemy, so that their captors carry them off to another land, far or near. And they have a change of heart in the land of their captivity, and they turn and entreat you in the land of their captors and say, We have sinned and done wrong, we have been wicked. If with all their heart and soul they turn back to you in the land of those who took them captive, and pray toward their land which you gave their ancestors, the city you have chosen, and the house which I have built for your name. Listen from heaven, the place of your enthronement, to their prayer and petitions, and uphold their cause. Forgive your people who have sinned against you. Now, my God, may your eyes be open and your ears be attentive to the prayer of this place. And now, arise, Lord God, come to your resting place. You and your majestic ark. Your priests, Lord God, will be clothed with salvation. Your faithful ones rejoice in good things. Lord God, do not reject the plea of your anointed. Remember the devotion of David, your servant.